Namaskara. Now we move on to the next topic, refraction by a lens, or it is also called lens maker's formula. This also they will ask for 5 marks. Here we have consider a thin biconvex lens having focal length f and made of material of refractive index n2. See, this convex lens is made of material of refractive index n2, which is placed in the surrounding medium of refractive index n1, such that n2 is greater than n1, or lens is of denser medium, medium is of rarer medium. The radii of curvature of the two curved surfaces of the lens are R1 and R2. Here, consider a point object O. This point object O is placed on the principal axis at a distance u from the optic center. The intersection point is there, no? This is the optic center. This is u. I is the image, v. This is the incident ray. This is the refracted ray. Here, formation of image can be explained. The image formation in this can be explained in 2 steps. That is, first, refraction at the first surface. As you see, ABC is the first surface, ADC is the second surface. Formation of the final image can be explained on the basis of 2 steps. That is, refraction through first side, refraction through the second side. That is, refraction through the surface ABC. Here, object is in the rarer medium, image is in the denser medium. We use the first derivation formula, n2 by v minus n1 by u, n2 minus n1 by r1. Here, image distance is not, this is not the final image. This is the image of the object formed due to the refraction at the first phase. First surface in the untaದ refraction ಇಂದ ಈ image form ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದರ image distance v1. So n1 by n2 by v1 minus n1 by u is equal to n2 minus n1 by r1. This is the application of first derivation formula, relation between object distance, image distance, refractive index and radius of curvature. Now, for this give equation 1. Now, the image I1 which is formed just now due to the refraction of the first surface act as object for the second surface. ಈ image second surface ಗೆ object ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Final image will be formed at I at a distance v. So, here n1 by v minus n2 by v1 is equal to n1 minus n2 by r2, because here just you see n1 by v, because final image is formed in air. n2 by v1 because n2 by v1, v1 is nothing but the object distance. v1 is nothing but the object distance, which is nothing but the image of the first phase. Image of the first phase. So, image of the first phase act as object for the second phase. So, n1 by v minus n2 by v1 is equal to n1 minus n2 by r2. Here, for the left hand side, we multiply, take minus outside, so that it becomes n2 minus n1 by r2. Because a minus b can be written as minus of b minus a. a minus b anna minus of b minus a anta ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ n1 by v minus n2 by v1 is equal to minus of n2 minus n1 by r2. This step is very important. ಈ step ಅನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು. Here what we did here is just a minus b ಅನ್ನ minus of b minus a ಅಂತ ಬರೆದದಷ್ಟೇ. Now we add the equation 1 and equation 2. ಈ ಎರಡು equation add ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, just you see the left hand side, n1 by v minus n2 by v1. Here n1 by v minus n2 by v1. This is n2 n1 by v. First equation ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, n2 by v1 minus n1 by u is equal to n2 minus n1 by r1. ಅದನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತೇನೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ನ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಇದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮೇಲಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದೇ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್, ಇದರ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ನ ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ನ ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಸಿ numerator is common, so n1 by v minus n1 by u. Here these two ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, n2 by v1 minus n2 by v1 ಕಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಕಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. n1 by v minus n1 by u, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತದ್ದು, minus n1 by v is equal to n2 minus n1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Here n2 by n1 ಅನ್ನು ಕಾಮನ್ ತಗೊಂಡದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ, ಆಗ 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2 ಉಳಿತದೆ. ಆರ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ n1 ಆಗ 1 by v minus 1 by u is equal to, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ n2 by n1 minus n1 by n1 ಅಂದರೆ 1, ಇದು ಹಾಗೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಒಂದೇ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇಷ್ಟು, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ n1 ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ಆಗ n2 by n1 minus 1 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆರ್ n2 by n1 can be written as n21, or refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. 1 by v minus 1 by u is equal to n21 minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Suppose the object is at infinity. We assume that the object is not here at the finite distance, it is at infinity. Then we know image is formed at f, because here object is infinity means the incident ray is parallel, they come to focus at the principal focus, which is nothing but at a distance of focal length. So when u is infinity, v becomes f. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? u infinity ಆಗುವಾಗ v f ಆಗ್ತದೆ. therefore ಇದಿಷ್ಟರ ಬದಲಿಗೆ 1 by f ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೇನೆ. 1 by f minus 1 by infinity is 0. 1 by infinity is 0. So 1 by f is equal to this formula. This relation is called Lensmaker's formula, because this is used in making the lenses. In making the lenses, this formula is very much helpful. So it is called Lensmaker's formula. It is used in the design lenses of desired focal length. Used to design lenses of desired focal length using the surfaces of suitable radii of curvature. Because of that, it is called Lensmaker's formula. One mark ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Why it is called Lensmaker's formula? Now what we do is, equation 3 we have, equation 4 we have, this is equation 4. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ equation 4 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, just right hand side ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಈಕ್ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ? ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು equation 3. ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ನೋಡಿ, ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ, equate the left hand side. That is 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. This is known as lens formula. This is known as lens formula. ಇದನ್ನ lens maker's formula ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. 1 by f is equal to n21 minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. This is called lens maker's formula, whereas this is lens formula, thin lens formula. Lens maker's formula is true for concave lens also. For concave lens, R1 is negative, R2 is positive. For concave lens, R1 ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದು R1 ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, R2 ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. therefore focal length becomes negative. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? For concave lens, focal length is negative. The focus on the side of the source of light is called first focal point, whereas the other is called second focal point. For a lens there are two principal foci. ಲೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಎರಡು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫೋಕಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ತಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಇಮೇಜ್ ಯಾವ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, if it is real image, then that principal focus is taken as second focal point. Such a pair of points is called conjugate foci. The focus on the side of original source of light is called first focal point, whereas the other is called second focal point. Such a pair of focal point is called conjugate foci. Thank you.